So this video is going to be about my network and how it impacts my different social relationships. I said that the way I collect information, a lot of it is on social media. So news articles from Facebook, news articles on Twitter, Apple News, and then I also sometimes TikTok can provide some very valuable information, and it impacts my different social relationships. I don't have any work relationships really right now because I don't work with anybody else, but as far as my family and friends, I share a lot of what I find, a lot of my articles that I'll find, or when someone makes a valuable TikTok sharing information, I'll share that because you can just save the videos or send the videos directly from the app, but sometimes I like to save them for later if I don't plan on sending it right away. Or if I plan on sending it to like more than one person to create a dialogue, especially during right now where everything's really distanced and we're at home. I find myself utilizing my network a lot more than what I was before, but I think it has to do with without that face-to-face communication, it's kind of made like most of what, in my experience, most of what we talk about is a lot of like current events. Big events that happen to us personally, but just a lot of current events and how it's impacting us and our thoughts and our opinions on it. We just had an election, we're going through a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic, global. And so, we're having a, struggling economy a little bit. A lot of people, lost their jobs and things like that. So those are a lot of the types of situations that are in the news a lot right now. And so the story of my network is that, I take those articles and that information and those videos and I'm resharing them with my close family and my close friends and my husband, and, we're communicating through text message, Facebook, Twitter, I'm retweeting, and Facebook, I'm sharing, and text message, I'm, copying link, sending link, sharing link, or FaceTiming. And oh my gosh, did you see this? Did you see that? So I think it's kind of a stressor. And so I think it was good that we talked about the things that we mapped out the things that we use to reflect on that. Because I recently started doing more things to reflect and thinking about how things are affecting me in certain ways than what I was before. All of this happened before COVID. I think it was something that I kind of just took for granted, whereas now I'm working out with a trainer 2 times a week, just to be able to have that, I'm feeling one within myself. Meditating, I use the Headspace app, and also meditate sometimes with the Netflix Headspace, which is pretty handy, especially for me because I have children and it's easy for them to do, and they kind of find it very enjoyable because it's very visual. And then I also reflect with audiobooks. I like a lot of self-help books, but I also do like a really good drama book, but it just kind of helps me just kind of get out of the collecting stage and really just being able to kind of sit and tune out triggers and things like that. And then I think it helps when it comes to sharing things, because I've filtered out the things that are not, I'm not going to say negative, but I can filter out the things that I don't want to share or that I don't find relevant to myself or my life, by taking that like second step, that pause, because I wasn't doing any of those things prior. But now I am, and it's definitely been interesting to see how that's worked itself into my roadmap. But really, I just share a lot of articles and stuff. And the reason why I do it on social media is because a lot of news outlets use it and utilize it to put the information out quickly. The problem with that is sometimes they won't have the right information right away. And it'll, you'll see a lot of redactions and, oh, we messed up. But I think being able to have the information that we seek in real time, the way that we do, allows us to create a dialogue and to connect. And I think that that's what I've been doing a lot of, is creating dialogue and creating space to have that dialogue within my network, over current events and current happenings. And it's not always negative, but those are just kind of like the major examples that I have of it right now, because we're going through a lot of negative times right now. So yeah.